Hi everyone, Catherine here from Ink Finger Cat, back with the final 30-day Christmas card making challenge. I hope you've enjoyed following along with this challenge. I've enjoyed doing it. I do think I'm slightly insane sometimes that I set myself up to do these challenges when I'm actually really busy. You know, when you're just like, why do I do that? Anyway, today's challenge is Merry Little Moments. So as long as I include the word merry in there, I think I'm done. And I really wanted to use both that pine needle glimmer plate, which I'd already done as a background, and then I really wanted to use this pine cone, let's call it that, die set, which is from Stampin' Up. Can I just say though, thank you so much to whoever gave me the tip. I'll have to go and look you up and send you a message. Whoever gave me the tip of using one of those padded mailers as a shim in your die cutting machine with this die cut, it's game changing. How transformational that I can get that flaming die cut out that's so fiddly in one piece just immediately, because this one has never die cut well. That is a game changer. So thank you so much. Right, so what have I done? So I have die cut it from Garden Green, but what I did do was just ink up that back one with some more inks. So a little bit of Tranquil Tide, a little bit of Mossy Meadow, just to give it some variation between the layers. I did add a little bit of ink as well to the top layer, which then softened a couple of the joins. So you'll see 2 sprigs came off, but it's fine. Nobody will notice when it's all glued in place. And that I'm just gluing down as my 2 layers. I absolutely love this die set, and I'll definitely be using it more frequently. Now it's not a pain in the bum to die cut. So I have done that. That's going to sit above this background. So most of this background is going to be covered. It's just a little bit, a little peep through to give that element of luxury and fun with the gold. It's actually the holographic gold I've done that with, not just plain gold as well, so it's extra twinkly. And that's just going to lie on top, and I love it. Now, I know it looks quite dark and it's a little bit difficult to see detail, but it doesn't really matter because this is literally a background. Now, it's a background that's gone from 3 coats of cardstock, some foiling, some inking, so it's quite an intense background, I'm not going to lie, but it is only a background. And now I need to decide on how am I going to do my merry. So at first I thought I'd do merry and bright, and I'd do stamped merry, and then bright would be the die cut element. So I brought that in, but I just didn't like it, especially not with the red. I decided no, I want it to be sort of more the natural tones. So instead I brought in this tree die cut, which is merry and bright on it, or merry and then there's a bright label. So I decided, right, I'm going to do that. First I was just going to do the letters part, but I do end up doing the outline as well from white for the outline, and then obviously all this craft for the merry part. But I decided, yeah, the merry on its own was going to get a bit lost. So at that point I brought in, well, I ummed and ahed. I was going to do a green, and then I decided, no, I was just going to go with white. And that's going to be my background to this. And then I'm going to put a white banner behind the bright element when I add that in too. So this is me just testing it to see if I like it. And I decide I do. So this is me now die cutting the bright part. And then I will add in some wax thread as well. So I'm just going to pause at this point to say thank you so much for everyone who has followed me during this series, who has joined me during the series. I've definitely seen an increase in subscribers, which is lovely, really lovely. I mean, I'm nowhere near at the point of like being very well followed, if you know what I mean. And I'm, nowhere near monetizing, but that's not what I do this for. I do this because I really enjoy crafting. I really enjoy sharing my ideas. It's lovely when people give me feedback to say, yeah, really liked what you did there, or I've learned something from you. I am just doing this for fun. I have a very busy full-time job. I have a very busy life with my daughter and my husband and my parents. So, you know, it's not like I do this and this is a job in any way, shape or form. It absolutely isn't. So I really appreciate all the follows. So thank you so much for anybody who does follow, who does comment, or just likes the videos. And obviously I encourage people to subscribe to see future videos. Clearly, when I've done a big series like this, the instinct would be to, right, calm down, don't do any more videos. And to be honest, I might do very few videos in December. It's going to be a busy month for us for lots of reasons. I don't know that I'm going to get much crafting time. Plus, when we've got the Christmas decorations up, that makes this room really busy. It doesn't always allow for me to do much crafting. So there will be videos, there will be projects that I'm doing, I'm sure. I will hopefully grab as much time as I possibly can to craft. So I would encourage people to subscribe to see future videos, hit the notification bell, because obviously then you'll get notified, because I'm not going to be posting on a daily basis like I have been this month. Okay, back to this card. So you'll see that I use the negative space of the die cut in order to position the letters, and then I glued them into place. And then I have glued my Mary and down. I have created a bow with my twine and used glue dots to stick that into place, along with a bit of glue, and then wrap the twine round. And now I've just cut some of those adhesive, foam adhesives in half so that they can sit around the wax thread and sit above it, if you know what I mean, so it doesn't get in the way. So at this point I'm deciding what to do in terms of my card blank. I've decided on, right, I'm going to go with the same green, so the leftover green cardstock, but I did decide to go super dimensional and just add all that foam adhesive onto the back so that I can raise it up against the background. Now, I do add dots of glue on each of those just because I want the wiggle room. I don't want to stick it down and then find I've done it slightly wonky. So instead, no, perfect. It turns out, didn't need to move it at all. But yes, that's why I add the glue. The actual adhesive, foam adhesive will stick regardless. It's just I want the wiggle room. I created a panel for the inside, literally just kept this plain white, didn't bother doing anything to the inside, and decided that done. That card is done. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I just love that die. I love that die, and I love that pine needles foiled background as well. So it's definitely one of my faves. Please do tell me if you enjoyed it too. Once again, a massive thank you for watching me. A quick reminder again to subscribe. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.